Good afternoon, everyone. For those who are joining from Dubai, my name is Sarah Sadouk. I work for the App Olympics team, and I'm delighted to welcome everyone here for Q&A session that we are running to help you in your journey with App Olympics. So, as you know, everyone has submitted their business ideation template. Can you hear me? I see a comment from...
Yes, we can.
Okay. Can you hear me well? Okay, great. Thank you, Amin. So at this stage, we are at the stage of the competition. Everyone has submitted the business ideation templates. The jury are currently reviewing the application. We have thousands of applications to review, and we will be announcing the shortlisted candidates and teams by the 5th of January. Just to clarify on the teams, some of you have been paired in teams at the beginning of the competition because you wish to do so. However, what we will take into account as of right now, because there has been some changes in the teams, are the teams that you mentioned in your business ideation template. All the updates will be done by the 5th of January, which is also the time where we are announcing the shortlisted teams. So I'm going to admit further participants who are joining the meeting. And at the same time, I'd like to update you on what's next when it comes to those who will be selected. So at the moment, you have access to the learning module. This is for your own benefits, whether you choose to go through them or not. This is your choice. And we've paused the access to the mentors until the 5th of January. We are going to announce new slots. When it comes to what's coming next, for those who are being selected, you will be requested to build a prototype on Builder AI, which is the platform, the tech partner that is part of the tech partner of the App Olympics. And you have access to Builder AI through the link that is on the main page, the home page. So if you have any question at this stage, please drop them on the chat or just raise your hand and we will just make sure that we are responding to your question. Praful, who is the Associate Director of Builder AI, is on the call today to help you with any question you have with Builder AI itself.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here and to interact with you all in a bit. So
to start with, Praful, we have a couple of questions when it comes to accessing Builder AI. Some of the participants have signed up on the link that is provided and have question on what are the next steps after that, if you would like to answer to this question.
Sure. So for the participants who have registered, have they set up their Builder account? It would be my first question to these participants. So I can, specifically assist them with the correct journeys.
All right. I see that. So basically, everyone that is part of App Olympics needs to make sure that they're registering through the Dubai Chamber of Digital Economy link that has been provided. If you're not registering via that link, you will have a different interaction with the Builder AI team. The link that has been provided has a dedicated team at Builder AI. That's why it's very important and mandatory to go through that link if you want to have access to the free prototype. I see TS has a question. Please, the floor is yours.
Yes, thanks for your time and thanks for the opportunity. I have a question because, initially I registered myself via the wrong link, but then I tried to register through the correct link and I have been waiting to get some feedback. And actually, I just want to know what's the timeline and how can we speed up the process. Can somehow we pass the emails to App Olympics team and then App Olympic teams to actually to handle our registration, because probably you have better interaction with them. That's my question, because I still don't have access to Builder AI. Thanks.
Praful?
Yes. So I've just posted a query or let's say a message on chat. You can directly share your email address with me, TS, and I'll be able to, check in my system if your account is already set up. If not, we'll set up the account, send you the login credentials, and then set up a dedicated session for you to take things forward.
So
Okay, thank
I
you.
suggest, just because I'm pretty sure that other participants will want to have the same information. If you're facing difficulty accessing Builder AI, or if you would like to have some more information, just share your email like Fahad did it right now on the chat, and we will collect all the emails and send. And Praful will connect with you one by one. Does it work, Praful?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful.
I've already captured TS email.
Okay, super. So we have a question from Jihan. She doesn't have any experience with app building. Are they going to get help learning how to use Builder AI?
Yes, absolutely. So what we've done is, for every participant that is registering through the DCDE link that is specifically created for Builder.ai, we are identifying these participants and arranging demonstration sessions for them to show them how to use the platform. It's fairly straightforward. Even if you don't have the experience of building apps, it's completely fine. You will see, 50 to 60% of the prototype is generated by itself, and then you have to do the customization, which is also just point and click. There's no coding involved in creating your prototype whatsoever, and we will give you some ideas, some tips on how to make your prototype look best, and what should be the best user flow, so on and so forth. So whatever best practices will also be given, not just the how to create the prototype, but also the best practices.
Okay, that's wonderful, Praful. And just to add to this, there is on the platform a quick tutorial that has been done by Praful on the section Builder AI that is dedicated for Builder AI. You have a tutorial if you want to prepare your meeting with the team of Builder AI and go through it. That's also available. I see there is another question from Fahad. Please, Fahad, the floor is yours. Tell us.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm all good, sir. Thank you.
Praful, how are you?
All is good. All is good. Thank you so much, Mr. Fahad.
So let me introduce myself. My name is Fahad Al-Hammadi. I'm a tech serial entrepreneur. I recently opened a tech company where basically we develop for startups, mobile apps, and ERP systems for softwares. My question is about Builder AI, but not about App Olympics. So let me tell you the scenario. I tried to contact Builder AI through the agreement that you guys had with Etisalat, where basically there's a monthly fee where you can build and customize your own app. And when I applied for this and I gave them the idea, which I shared with the App Olympics, they said, we're sorry, our agreement with Etisalat doesn't cover this. This is too complicated systems, and we're only able to help you if it was only a booking app or a food delivery app. So I just wanted to share this with you because I wanted to take the initiative to create MVP for you for the App Olympics, but unfortunately I couldn't because Builder AI rejected my request.
Yeah, so basically you came through a different route, Mr. Fahad. The App Olympics is completely different initiative, and the approach towards App Olympics is different as well. The engagement is different. Etisalat,
I did apply for App Olympics, but I just wanted to be proactive and pay from my own pocket with Etisalat agreement because it was a catchy offer. but
Mhm.
I'm just afraid that is App Olympics will cover even complicated apps that has bigger systems and platforms?
Can I
Yes,
answer to this
absolutely.
question
Sure.
quickly, Praful? I'm just jumping because there are two elements in this, and I'll let you answer the technical aspect. But just Fahad, for the App Olympics, what we're asking you to do with Builder AI is to build a prototype. So it's very straightforward and accessible to everyone. That's just the context of it. Praful, please.
Amazing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Sarah. So, and you know, the platform that we're offering is not, let's say, the same product that Etisalat has.
Mhm.
This is fully customizable app building platform.
Perfect. Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.
So you have the opportunity to build your free app, you know, by going through the Dubai Chamber, not
This
with
is
Etisalat.
amazing. I just wanted to be proactive and pay my own pocket, but this is
Yeah, see?
an amazing opportunity, you know?
Yeah, take the freebie.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Any other question? If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll make sure that we are addressing the question. Let me go on the chat now because I saw there was a question from Viham. Do we need money to build the app? Praful?
To build the application itself, you might need money, but you don't have to pay from your pocket. Should you be one of the top 4 winners of the App Olympics contest, so you don't pay for it. But when it comes to, you know, because when you talk about building an app, it's building a fully functional application. But building a prototype is, let's say, a kind of a mock-up of your actual product, that how it will look like, how will you flow like, so on and so forth. So for the let's say prototype, there's no payment needed from your side at this point, and we will help you to whatever extent required to make sure you have a beautiful looking and also intelligent app, let's say prototype that will be you know, one of the best to showcase at App Olympics.
Okay, that's wonderful. So basically, Vihan, your goal is to win the competition, to have the fund to develop a fully functioning app. At this stage, for the app, for the prototype, you can just, you know, count on the Builder AI experts. Any other question from the group? So just to recap, what we're doing now is Praful is here to answer your question on Builder AI. He is here to help you and assist you. We've received a couple of requests online. And what we are asking the participants who are facing difficulties with accessing the link or connecting with someone at Builder AI is to drop their email on the right-hand side, and Praful and his team will make sure that everyone has been, contacted. How to use Builder AI, Sadiq? You have 2 options. One is we have a tutorial on the HowSpace that shows you how to use Builder AI. And Praful, I'll let you answer that question as well. Praful?
Sorry, what was that question, Sarah?
How to use Builder AI. So one of the way is to go through the tutorial that you've generously recorded for the competition and is on HowSpace. And then I guess someone from your team, right, will help
Yes,
them.
absolutely.
Okay. So Sadiq, someone
Yes, absolutely.
from Builder AI will take you step by step to help you build a fantastic prototype for the competition. Is it possible, Abdullah, is it possible to build the app without using Builder AI, or at least part of it? Or is there a rule? So that's a very good question that has been asked by a couple of participants in the past. For this competition specifically, to make sure that we are fair to everyone, it is mandatory to build the prototype using Builder AI. This prototype is the tool you're going to be competing with for the semi-final and the final. If you win the competition, then you will have the funds to develop further your application using Builder AI. That's a possibility that is offered to you. And this is why everyone is here, because there is $150,000 multiplied by 4 for the 4 winners of the competition. We have new participant who just joined the call, so please share your question. It is the opportunity for you to connect with us, to connect with Praful, and to address, who is here to address all your questions related to Builder AI. So let me check the chat box to make sure that there is actually everything has been addressed. Okay. So all the question on the chat has been addressed. Just to remind you what's going to happen in January, on the 5th of January, we will be announcing the teams that have qualified for the quarterfinal. And then by the end of January, you will be requested to submit your prototype using Builder AI. This will qualify you for the semi-final and eventually the final for the best teams. So at this stage today, we're just here to assist you. There is nothing to be done from your side. If you want to go through the learning, and it's holiday time, so if you want to go through the learning modules to improve your skills or to learn more about how to develop an app or how to do your marketing, we have 84 modules on the platform. We have a dedicated page for Builder AI where you have 3 different tutorials and including an FAQ of the for the participants. When it comes to the mentors, we've paused it until we announce on the 5th of January the teams that have been qualified. So that is, an information that is important because we saw that you are eager to book mentors. So we will reopen the mentor slot by the 5th of January. So stay tuned on that. And when it comes to the teams, some of you have been paired at the beginning of the competition with teams because you requested to be paired in teams. But now what's going to happen on the business ideation template, we will apply the teams that you have mentioned on the business ideation template. So if you have been selected, your teams will be on the platform by the 5th of January. This is just an update because we've got questions when it comes to the team as well. So again, if you have any questions related to the competition or related to Builder AI, please let us know because Praful is here to help you in any request that you may have. We have 2 questions, Praful, on the chat. Can you please share the links of the FAQ and pages that provide support for Builder AI? Ragag, it's on the platform HowSpace. You are part of it. If you have not been on the platform yet, I invite you to check your mail, HowSpace App Olympics, and you have a dedicated section Builder AI on that space. If not, just drop us an email on appolympics@bncpublishing.net and we will assist you further. I'm going to drop our email here on the right-hand side on the chat, so you can drop us an email. All right, another question from Mohsedin. How long will it take Builder AI to complete? How long does it take to build a prototype? I guess that's the question on Builder AI. How long does it take, Praful, to build an application or to build a prototype for this purpose on Builder AI?
Yeah, so the first thing that we have to do is to select the features that are required in your application, right? That's the very first step. So depending on how big your application or how complex your application is, let's say it will take 1 hour to select the functionalities. Generally 1 hour is good enough if we bring in our product expert to listen to your idea and recommend functionalities and features that you should have. So that's your step one. That will take 1 hour. Then the prototype is instantly generated by AI. It's already there. All you have to do after that is to customize that prototype further to as per your expectations, which might take let's say a few hours. So even if you spend, let's say, 1 complete day, you should be ready to go from the prototyping perspective. You should have the prototype ready.
Okay. So it depends on how complex is your product. Thank you so much. We have another question. How can Builder AI help streamline and accelerate our application development process? And what features does the platform offer to simplify the creation and maintenance of custom software solution? Question from Sadiq Ahmed.
Yes, let me just share my screen so I can better demonstrate the capability. I'm sharing my screen. Let me know once it is visible.
Yeah, it is.
Lovely. So this is our ecosystem, right? There are 4 pillars of our ecosystem. There's customer experience pillar, there are delivery systems, there's assembly line and surface, and this is run platform. Now, these are all the 4 areas that are not relevant exactly to prototyping tool alone, right? So the prototyping tool does not involve all of these, only the first area, which is the customer experience, under which we have Builder now, which is sufficient for prototyping piece. But since Sadiq, your question is about app building process, I'm assuming you're expecting to know more about the whole journey of building the application and maintaining it post development. So you will see there's first area, which is Studio Pro platform we have, which is where we select the functionalities. Each functionality is given a cost and time, and cumulatively whatever you have in your basket in terms of number of functionalities, the cost and timeline of your project is determined by AI. So that helps you in seamlessly understanding under 1 hour how much it will cost to build your app should you decide to build your app with Builder, right? Post that, we have something called as Builder Home. Here, Builder Home. Builder Home is second platform that you get access to once you start the project with us, which allows you to seamlessly monitor the entire progress of your application. So you don't have to check in with anyone at builder.ai, but you just check into your dashboard and see what's happening with your project to a very granular level, including meeting your team, documentation, everything is in one place. So, this is probably very, let's say, what do you call, abstract response right now. But to demonstrate this further, how these systems can actually help accelerate the overall development of your application and seamlessly allow you to build and maintain the application. I think we should have a separate session, probably around 15 to 20 minutes, where I'll again do the screen share and walk you through the systems actually.
That's a great idea. So maybe we can schedule that next week during our next Q&A session.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. So now let me go again through the question because we have more questions related to Builder AI. So before that, I'm going to address the question from Sarah B. How does she sign up through Builder AI? So Sarah, on HowSpace App Olympic, the platform that you have access to as an App Olympic participant, you have on the main page a section that takes you to Builder AI. So if you look at the page of HowSpace, on the top you have a section for Builder AI, and there you have a link that will lead you to the Dubai Chamber of Digital Economy partnership link on Builder AI. Once you register, someone from Builder AI will get in touch with you and help you step by step in your journey. Amin, I have a question. The category you have selected on the award category you have selected on the business ideation template, you would like to choose it. Yes, it is changeable later if your team has been shortlisted. You can modify it at a later stage. Question from Dana, do we need to start building the prototype right now or only if you qualify for the quarterfinal? At this stage, you have access to Builder AI. So we will be announcing the teams on the 5th of January. However, if you want to start getting familiar with Builder AI, refining your idea, you can do that with the provision that you will be selected on the 5th of Jan. But meanwhile, you can still, and it is recommended to start building or start getting familiar with Builder AI. To answer sharply your question, the prototype that you will be building will only be submitted on the quarterfinal. Question from TS, what will be the end result of our prototype? Demo link pointing to Builder AI website or app installed on a phone device. I will leave this question to Praful.
Sure. So the prototype will essentially end up into a unique link that can be opened in any browser, and they'll give you the experience of mobile application on the phone. So whenever you want to show it to someone, you can, just open that link on the screen of your phone, and that should be good enough. There's no installation required. And the second thing as a deliverable or let's say outcome that you would get is the slideshow of all the screens that you have selected in your application, and also a video of the entire prototype. So those are the three items that you get as an outcome of the prototype building process.
Thank you so much, Praful, for answering TS question. We jump now to Abdulrahman Rashwan question. When you use the term prototype, do you mean an actual working app like an MVP, or are Figma design enough to constitute a prototype? Praful, can you take us through the journey of doing a prototype on Builder AI?
Sure. I will. And just to answer Abdul Rahman's question, prototype is, Figma designs are good enough to constitute it as a prototype. You don't have to demonstrate an MVP or a functional application as part of the contest. As part of the contest, you have to show the visuals and explain your idea and whatever associated business model. That's, I think, from a technical perspective, the app flow designs mockups is good enough. You don't need a functional application, Abdul Rahman. And now I will quickly sign into the platform to show you guys the process to build application or build the prototype with Builder.ai. All right, I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if the screen is visible.
Yes.
All right, lovely. So you see, there are some templates that are already available on the platform. Don't take these templates as by the name of it, but more of the fundamental of these applications, right? So for example, Airbnb, more like a booking engine. Amazon, more like a marketplace, B2C marketplace or B2B marketplace, so on and so forth, right? So now if I take an example of booking engine, if my business idea is related to booking engine, I'll take inspiration from something like Airbnb. Just give me one moment. Sorry. And here we have Natasha, who you can interact with. She's our the world's first AI powered project manager. We are testing it out So you may not get accurate results, but you'll still get some results. For example, I want to build, let's say, booking engine, and it'll start to recommend some of the templates that are relevant to the idea. So yeah, it has recommended this 5 templates, and we can pick one of these, right? So let's take an example of hotel.com and click on build now. Now AI will start to recommend features that are required for booking engine like hotels.com, which includes functionalities like calendar, reservations, request management, so on and so forth. So you will see all these functionalities over here: request management, reservations, push notifications, pricing engine, payments, login, all the functionalities are here. Now, it's not necessary that you need to have all these functionalities, right? When it comes to prototype, I'll give you a quick tip. Don't think about the backend features. Focus only on the front end features that as a consumer you will use, right? So just to give you an example, terms and conditions for a prototype perspective is not really helpful. It's good to have there, but we don't have to really spend time on showcasing that. So these are the functionalities. You can remove all the functionalities, and here on the left navigation, you will see we have a library. Here you can type any feature. So for example, let's say you want an Instagram login for your users to log in using Instagram. Just type Instagram and Instagram login option will appear. So there are more than 500 features in this library. You can just search by any keyword and you will get. So for example, if there's anything to do with SMS, you can just add SMS as a functionality. Okay. Now you will see on the bottom strip, it shows the cost. Right? But you have to ignore, as part of, let's say, the prototype building process, you can completely ignore the costs and timelines because these are only for full app building process. Now you go to view prototype, right? So here you click on view prototype once you select all the functionalities. Once you click on view prototype, it will generate the prototype based on the functionalities that have been selected. So this is basically the link that you will get as a outcome of your, let's say, prototype building process, which you can copy and use in your phones to experience the application. There are 2 modes here for the prototype. One is the prototype mode, and the other one is flow mode. Now this is the free prototype. This does not require for you to make any payments to builder.ai. As you just saw the journey that I followed, that's exactly the journey you would follow as well. And here, like I said, you can download it as a video or a Google slideshow as you wish. If you have multiple team members on your team, you can simply collaborate through the comment section. For example, when we go to the flow mode, I'll show you, you have the option to add comments to the prototyping screens. All right. Should you wish to go for, let's say, support services from builder.ai, where builder.ai team will create the prototype for you, that's where there is a charge, which you might have, some of you might have had a conversation with builder.ai team members, which is where they have shown this to you. This to utilize our designers to do the job for you, right? Otherwise not. The prototyping process is completely free as long as you are doing it using the tool. So now if I go to the flow mode, here you will see all the screens for the features that we added to the platform will show up on the on this whiteboard. And here you see there's a splash screen, which is the landing page, where people will, first see this screen, and from there by default, the app has, or the standard prototype is suggesting that people can use the sign up login. From there, they can go to phone verification, and then entire flow is generated. Now, this is a user flow for, let's say, the end user. There can be same user flow for admin user. So each application can have multiple user roles, right? So employees can log in, or let's say sellers, if it's a marketplace, the sellers can log in, the buyers can log in, so on and so forth. So you can pick and choose the functionalities, and then you can further modify. So this linking of screens and the entire prototype is just, let's say, standard recommendation that has come out from the AI. It doesn't mean that you have to copy this or use this as it is. You can further go and edit the screen. So for example, let me actually show you over here, edit screen. For example, you want to make any changes to the screen, you can do that from here. For example, the splash screen here, do you want any sort of transition for people when they go to screen 2, 3, 4 from the previous screens? So you have those transition effects over here. Actions, how people will navigate through the application. Is it through the tap or click or swiping, whatever it is, you can choose that. And then as you can see, there is a highlight on travel shop option over here, which is called as hotspot. Now this hotspot is by default given over here. What hotspot does actually is, if you click in this area, it will take you to the next screen in the application. All right. So here you will see the next destination screen for this particular travel shop is login page. But if you want to change that, you can do that so from here. So you can choose which is the next screen that'll come after the first screen, right? Or second screen. So the flow can be defined by you. There's a flow that system has offered to you. On top of that, you can further customize the flow, right? Now I'll save this and I'll go back to the prototype view to show you something here in the prototype view. All right. So now if you see, I'm here on the screen, I'm clicking on the areas of this application or the screen, and it will not move until I click on this highlighted area, travel shop. So I do that, and as you can see, it automatically moves to the next screen. Here, further sign up login options are there, which can be used to navigate through the application. You can add more of these hotspots. For example, if I go back to flow mode, so here I am back to the flow mode, and in the flow mode, if I go back here and say add hotspot, I can add more hotspots. So let me take a very useful example over here that will add value to our conversation. So now, for example, this is the sign up and login page. Here, I want to add a hotspot. Right now, there is a hotspot here on the sign up and login options. As this links, you can see this wires are going to the next screen, dependent screens, which means the hotspot is only created on login and sign up. But what if I want that to be created on this option also? So here I'll go click on add hotspot. Now, as you can see, there's already a hotspot sign up and login. I will create another hotspot over here. All right. And now I will have the option to select the page which it should be routed. Now, because we're talking about terms and conditions over here, we will route them to terms and condition page. Excuse me. And say save. So similarly, you can create this kind of, let's say, flow, multiple hotspots, depending on where you want the audience to flow in the application. So now if I go back to the flow mode and click on travel shop, you will see now I get the option to click on agree and terms and condition page. So here I can click on terms and condition. By default, it has, let's say, the other hotspots in there. So either I can cancel, agree, or whatever. Right. So that basically takes you to the next screens in the application. Going back to the flow mode, where you do the modifications to your application or the prototype. Here you have a lot of other features where you can add more features. Now, for example, when you initially thought about some 30 odd functionalities, you added them, but you missed on some functionalities. So you don't have to go back to the previous page where you add functionalities, but rather you can add features from here. If you want to add any sort of icon, you can do that as well from here. So there are some standard icons that we have already added here to use. For example, you want to use a bell icon. If you're using a location feature, you want to use this pin. You want to add a plus button in case someone wants to open a form, home button, back button, search, and so on. If you want to add your own, you can simply upload your own icon and you should be able to use it. Now going back to the prototype flow mode to see some other functionalities of the platform. So here, if you want to update the screen, you can change the screen as well, right? So for example, you want to use Airbnb splash screen or any other splash screen, or you have your own splash screen that you created using some third-party tools, or maybe you used, let's say, Canva to generate the design. You can just import that and the system will take care of adapting to your screen. Now you will see this new screen being added to the prototype. So here you see now the screen has been updated. Now you can further add hotspots. For example, you want to give a hotspot to login with Google, and then people will be redirected to Google login screen. Similarly to login to the Facebook, so on and so forth. Going back here on the right bottom corner, you will see there's a purple plus icon, which you can use to add an image, add features, or add logo to your application or any screens. Further going here, you can change this screen as a launch screen. You can delete the functionality or you can unlink the screen. So there are a wide range of options for you to make any changes. You can add it in edit carousel, add icon. Now, what we are going to help you with is in the process. Number one, we'll help you select the features with the help of product expert who has built many products in the past. He can recommend you functionalities just in case if you want second opinion. You might already have a list of functionalities that your application will have, but there's no harm in taking the second opinion, which is what is offered completely for free for the DCD participants from Builder.ai as part of this engagement. The second is we'll also help you in modifying this prototype to kind of help you with adding logos, changing some designs, whatever assistance you require with this particular instant prototyping tool. I'm more than happy to help. I'll take a pause here and understand if there are any questions. But this is pretty much the the prototyping section that you see, which has a whole bunch of functionalities that you can utilize to make the best roadmap possible.
Thank you so much, Praful, for that demo. So we have a couple of questions regarding the one second, I'll just go through it. The one that you haven't addressed will be
I think
Jamila.
Motorwala.
Yeah, for Jamila, just you don't have any team assigned. I have just individual. Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. If you can submit it individually. Alain Jasser, could the builder AI cost exceed the 150,000 grand? And if so, will it be assisted financially to cover that? So many other costs that. So for this, for the purpose of this competition, the funds are up to $150,000 dollars. After that, like in any other startup journey, there are fundraising, and for that it depends on the case by case, I guess, how functional is the application, and it's a long process, I would say. So for the purpose of this competition, you have 4 prices of $150,000 to build your mobile app, and eventually that will lead to raising funds in the future. Amina, yes, Aminullah. Actually, we initially you requested to be part of the team. That's why you were part of Team 6, and we paired you. But as I mentioned before, all the teams will be updated by the 5th of Jan. All the teams that everyone who has mentioned in the business ideation template they want to be part, or they have mentioned the name of the team, will be updated on the system, and those who wants to compete individually will not be part of any team. Bassem, how can I share the prototype to submit the pitch for the jury to shortlist the semi-final? So at this stage, until the 5th of January, everything is on pause because we are going through, the jury is going through all the application. By the 5th of January, there will be announcement of people who have applied for the, who have been selected for the quarterfinal and semi-final. Will come later in the competition. So you will have a tool online to share the prototype. How many teams have submitted, and how many teams will be selected? So at this stage, we are not limiting the number of teams just because we are looking at the ideas, and we want to make sure that the best ideas will go through the competition after the 5th of January. So we are not limiting to the teams. What is for sure is that for the semi-final, we are selecting only 24 teams. And for the final, there will be 12 teams that will compete for 4 prizes. Aisha Ashraf, how can we get free access to Builder AI? You have on the HowSpace App Olympics, the learning management system, you have a section for Builder AI. And in this section, you have access to the link that has been created by Praful and his team, specifically dedicated for the Dubai Chamber of Digital Economy, where you have all the free features that Praful has mentioned today. Bassem, how can I know if I was part of a team? Oh, okay. Bassem, if you have mentioned that you want to be part of a team in the past, at the beginning of the competition, we paired you already. But if you want to make sure, send me your email address on appolympics@bncpublishing.net, and our team will get back to you on that. But you're supposed to be paired already on team if you have expressed the wish to be paired in the team. If not, by the 5th of January, we will announce the team that mentioned that they have already a team, and you'll get this information. And if you're competing alone, then you're not part of a team. The application will be available on App Store and Google Play at this stage, and I will let Praful mention that part. the technical aspect of it. But at this stage, what we're asking you is not to publish it on the App Store, Google Play, because we are aware it takes so long. What we want to see is a prototype, as you know, of the mobile app application. Praful, can you let us know for the Builder AI, what's the next step if they win? Can they
Yes,
publish
absolutely.
it?
Yeah. So you're not expected as part of this competition to have a published application. You're only expected to have an idea and build a prototype and whatever other associated aspects as part of submission you're required to submit. That's about it. Once you win the contest, builder.ai will help you build the application. If you're among the top 4 winners, builder.ai and DCD will take care of the costs for you to build the application. This application will go through then the process of customization, tailor making. So it's going to take its own course, maybe 3 months or 6 months, and then the app will finally be launched thoroughly after testing. So the idea is not to just launch an application, but launch a whole business which has a proper business plan in place, and it starts making money once it is launched. So that's the ultimate objective of this App Olympics contest, is to have businesses more tech driven, or let's say tech startups in a way.
Cool. We have a question from Rim. She has a concern. Okay, Rim, you have a concern regarding Builder AI. You can't access it. So Praful mentioned at the beginning of this call that he will be connecting with everyone who shares their email here on the platform, on the chat box. So please share your email and we will send it to, and Praful will make sure that your concerns are addressed. Okay, Sadiq Ahmed, do you need to code or not? So, Praful, do you want to answer this question?
Yes, as part of prototype building process, there's no coding required. Sorry, but once once we start building the actual application, post the contest is completed, there will be customization to the platform, but the code is on us. We will do the entire coding part, the customization part based on your inputs.
Thank you. A good question from Bassem. Can she build the prototype at Adobe XD? And can I add to this question? What are the software that are compatible with Builder AI when it comes to the design?
Sorry, I didn't get the question. Can you please repeat?
Yes, so Bassem is asking if she can build the prototype at Adobe XD. For this competition, we are asking you to build the prototype via Builder AI. However, I'm aware, Praful, that Builder AI is compatible with Figma, if I'm not mistaken. Is it compatible? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. So, see this prototyping. When you saw the prototype, these are pretty much the images. So you can basically create your screens in whatever, let's say, platform third-party tool that you want. It can be Figma, it can be Adobe XD, or whatever you use. Once you have those images created, just download them and then use them on builder.ai to view or stitch your prototype together in terms of the overall flow. So that should be good enough. What I would recommend is, see, once you get to the next phase where builder.ai will actually start collecting the requirement. Next phase, when I say next phase, if you're among the top 4 winners and you get the app build done with builder.ai, the product roadmap, which is collecting your requirements, designing the screens for you and building the whole application is all done by Builder.ai. In this journey, if you want to reduce the timeline of your app development, we accept the designs in Figma. So if you give us the designs in Figma, since you're already doing an effort of creating the screens for yourself, it's better you create it in Figma. So later we can reuse them in the actual app development journey. And that way we reduce the time required to build the application, because the designs are already there. We just, cut that time off and move to the next steps.
Thank you very much, Praful. And we have another question from Ragak. Ragak, sorry. How can we reach out to you? Praful, I believe, Praful, you would like to send an email or share the email here, right?
Yes, so I guess I posted my email address, tagging some of the people, not sure where it went. Let me just double check. Yeah, I did. So I have tagged Sohib, John, Reem, and Ragak, because these three have mentioned some queries that are specific to Builder.ai, and I'll take those case-to-case basis. I've shared my email address. I will just copy paste that again here, so it is floating on the top for you.
Thank you. All right, let's carry on with the other questions. Can I build Sonny? So, hi John, how do I create the screen? I think you've tagged him. Yes, you've tagged him. And then, have you got access to prototyping in Builder and use it? I think, Reem, some of the participants had access to the prototype in Builder AI. If you don't have access to it, please share your email with us, with Praful, and he will make sure to address your concern. Then, will the app, question from Aminullah, will the app be launched or we thought we are not the winners? So if you're not the winner, anything that you will have developed through Builder AI will belong to you. And then that is your choice to take it further, take it forward. Okay, then are you, very good question from Rukun Praful. For the copyright of the submitted idea, how does it work on Builder AI?
Yeah. So maintaining the confidentiality of your idea is what we protect under the NDA. So in one of the videos, I have shown how to sign the NDA with Builder.ai digitally. As long as you do that, we'll 100% ensure your idea is, let's say, confident, will remain confidential. When it comes to the copywriting of your idea, that's not under the purview of Builder.ai. If your concern is, can someone else replicate my idea? If that is the case, then probably trademark or patenting are the ways that you will have to take to make sure that your idea remains with you, or your app concept remains with you, and no one has the authority to replicate that. When it comes to, let's say, the code, you as a user own the code, and Builder.ai does not reuse your code for any other customer of Builder.ai.
So in short, when you develop it through Builder AI, no one will have access to it. But once you, like I think for any competition, right? If you pitch your idea publicly, it is your responsibility to make sure that it's trademarked. because you're going public with your idea. But when it comes to the features that they're developing on Builder AI, it is protected by the NDA. That correct, Praful?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. We have another question from Mohseddin. Are the winners of the 4 category expected to live in Dubai while the application is under development by Builder AI? Yes. So Mohseddin, if you are an international applicant and you're not based in Dubai, to unlock the feature of Builder AI, you will need to provide with a trade license that has been registered in Dubai. If you are not already settled and a resident of Dubai. So basically, we are assuming that if you're taking the competition further, you're interested in developing your mobile app. So whether you live in Dubai or not, you will have to provide a trade license that mentions that you are settling in Dubai to develop your business. And then what level of Tarunje has another question. What level of customization and flexibility does Builder AI offer in terms of app design and functionality?
Yeah, sure. So Tarunjay, so there are two areas, right? One is the prototype. We saw the flexibility the platform has in terms of building the prototype and the functionalities that you can use. When it comes to actual app build, think about it as a full stack development, traditional development, but in with the use of AI. So there's actual code that's being written and customized to build what you're looking for, right? So the designs are also customized until you're satisfied to say, no, this is the design exactly I'm looking for, or even the functionality. So excluding gaming is the only area we don't work in or our platform supports. But apart from that, pretty much everything, including any third-party integrations, can easily be implemented using Builder.ai.
Thank you so much, Praful. Thank you so much. Then I think we are coming almost to an end of this. If I let Aisha, for this question, it has been sent directly to us. I invite you to send me an email, please, on appolympics@bncpublishing.net, and we'll make sure to address it. Then the last question is, yeah, Reem, you've maybe there is a typo on the. So another question from Kertana: if trade license is required, if you get selected, what if you are a student and you're not yet so you live in LA? Thank you so much, Kertana, for this question. Actually, we are currently, for the students specifically, because we are aware of the age, we are working on something and we will update you by the 5th of January. So stay tuned. We are making sure that everything is easy for everyone, and we are aware that the age in the UAE is an issue for the student to open the trade license. So we'll provide you with more info. And now, last question from Munib. Can you provide some insight on integrating data from third-party sources for graphs and visualization data on dashboards? Does the prototype support it? I will leave this question to Praful.
Yeah. So as part of prototype Munib, you don't need to make any integrations. You just have to probably show a screen, right? Because it's not a functional application. It's a depiction of visual depiction of what you are envisioning for your app and for your business idea. That's basically the prototype. So when it comes to prototyping part, I would encourage you to not consider integrations whatsoever. But when it comes to, let's say, actual app building process, there's full capability within Builder.ai to utilize graphs, create graphs and visualization as per your requirements. If you have some inspirations or reference graphs that you would like to replicate within Builder.ai for the data sets that you have, that is certainly possible. We can take that into consideration, once we reach that stage of requirement gathering.
Thank you so much. And last question from Ala, and then we'll have to end the call because I'm aware it's 1:06. So Ala, will you assist us in advising which trade license we should register to? For actually, we can connect you with the team at the Dubai Chamber that is in charge of registering licenses. Yes. And then Rim, shall we ignore designing the dashboard part at the moment if the app has? I don't. Okay, Praful just answered your question. So I think we are done for today in terms of Q&A. Please don't, feel free to send us any question you may have on appolympics@bncpublishing.net. I will reshare this here. And also stay tuned. Next week, we will be announcing the teams that have been selected to be part of the quarterfinal. And feel free to go through the Builder.ai link, get familiar with the tool, improve your learning if you need. And yes, we'll stay in touch with you, and we are here to support you in your journey. Praful, thank you so much for your time and your valuable answers to all those questions. And I wish everyone to have a very nice end of the year. Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure interacting with you all. Have a fantastic close to this year and beginning of 2024. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Until next time. Happy learning.